All right, Casey, we're checking out cakes today.
That's right, you're going to have your cake and eat it too this morning. We're hanging out at Layers. Now, these just aren't ordinary cakes. These are amazing cakes. Take a look at this right here. That's sushi? And not sushi. That's a cake.
That's so amazing.
Cool.
Look at this frog. That's a great one. Debbie, Mary, you're going to love this. A pair of shoes, a purse, all cake. Look at that.
Awesome.
That's cool.
That is a work of art.
It is.
Here's kind of a whimsical cake right here.
Like that.
Me
Oh,
too.
Grandpa's boots. Look at these cake. Look at this cake. Pretty amazing. Let me introduce you to the chef. This is Julie, and Julie's having an open house for people that are in the industry that are interested in these cakes. And this is the cake we're going to learn to make this morning, right?
Right.
All right, so we're going to go from all of this is edible except for what's kind of holding up the syrup bottle. And we're going to explain the syrup bottle in just a little bit. But throughout the morning, we're going to piece this bad boy together so you're going to actually see two. She's going to help me airbrush it. We're going to show you everything. It is Layers. And if people wanted to call you today and come just check out your stuff, what would be a phone number?
801-699-5987.
801.
699-5987.
All right, and coming up, we're going to start with this cake, and we're going to have a lot of fun this morning. So have your cake and eat it too with us on 2 News. We'll see you guys.
Looking forward to
Those
it.
are beautiful.
Thanks.
Casey's the cake boss this morning.
Okay.
Casey, what's your stupid human trick?
You know what? You're going to have to give me some time on that. I've got a lot of stupid human tricks. A lot of them are not to be aired on TV, so I'm going to have to make sure there's one I can. But let's ask Julie.
Airworthy.
Julie, we're talking about stupid human tricks. Do you have any stupid human tricks?
I have a lot of them. I'd rather not show you, though.
Because we're talking cake and you're professional, right?
I try and be.
All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to make a cake this morning. We're hanging out with Julie from Layers, and so we're going to make the cake, and here's cake right now, and that's the waffle. Now, under that is a vanilla cake, and then you've used some modeling chocolate. What's modeling chocolate?
Okay, so modeling chocolate is...
Makes you look like a model.
It's basically, you can use either white chocolate.
Debbie said it's chocolate that makes you look like a model.
That could be.
She's going to go with that one.
Yeah.
But what is chocolate? It's chocolate that you mix with a little corn syrup that turns into Play-Doh, but it's actually got a great taste.
It tastes excellent, and it's got a different texture than fondant does, so we use it for different things.
Now, a lot of people like eggs with their waffles, so we're going to make some eggs. So how do we do that? So this is fondant. Is it fondant or, yeah, fondant?
You know what? They pronounce it both ways. You know,
Like vase or vase?
exactly.
You know what my dad always said the difference between a vase and a vase is?
What?
$15.
That's so true. So this is.
You don't know how many times we've heard that.
The cake is, whether it's fondant or fondant.
Yeah. Okay.
I heard that, Ron.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got. This is actually fondant. This one isn't modeling chocolate, but we're just going to make it look like an egg. And the thing is, I spend a lot of time looking at food and analyzing it and trying to figure out what makes it look like food so that you can recreate it. Like, for instance, when you see eggs, you know, they've got thinned out edges like this, and you just kind of play with it. And then, of course, you've got a little center here if your eggs are sunny side up.
Little runny.
Exactly.
Do you like to dip your toast in your eggs?
I do.
I do too.
I like it lots.
And so now we're making the yolk.
So this is the yolk, and this is the modeling chocolate, and it's a little bit firmer texture, but it really is. It's like,
And you don't have to cook it?
no, you don't have to cook. Well, you warm up the chocolate, of course, and you warm up the corn syrup, and then mix them together, and then you're good.
All right, this will be fun for the crafts with the kids, all kinds of stuff. So we're making the eggs. We're going to finish the eggs. Coming up, we're going to airbrush the cake. We're putting together a perfect cake. It's Layers. We'll send it back to you guys and see you in just a little bit.
Yeah, do I really have to
pretty
do
cool.
weather? I would much rather talk about cake.
I know. Or modeling chocolate.
Or
talk.
modeling chocolate.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Modeling chocolate actually makes you lose weight as you eat it.
Yes. And the more you eat, the more you lose.
Yeah.
Right. Let's check in with Casey now. He's learning how to make spectacular works of art in cake form.
Amazing. Check out this one right here. It's a briefcase full of money, all edible, right down to the dollar bills, y'all. Check it out.
That is cool.
That looks so
That
real.
is way cool. And the mastermind behind this is Julie, and Julie's with Layers Cake. Now, last time we left you guys, we were making eggs out of chocolate, what was it?
Modeling chocolate. chocolate.
modeling chocolate and fondant. And so here's our eggs right now, and then the bacon, and then pretty soon we're going to go back into the airbrushing room and put on some color onto the waffle here. But you were telling me that you spend a lot of time studying food, and you found out most food has a little bit of a texture to it, right?
Right. It's, you know, you'd think that it's just mostly color, but when you sit and look at food, as much as I do, everything has a texture, and it all adds to the realism.
So you found a way to give this egg some texture, and this is brand new, clean, out of the package.
Exactly. Hasn't been used, but what we do with this is I like the texture on the back, and then you can kind of just press it in a little bit like this, and it gives it that realistic effect.
And then when you airbrush it, you can actually see the texture a little.
Right. When we airbrush this, you'll see it kind of, then you can pick up the texture and kind of see the difference.
cool.
All right, so coming up, we're going back to the airbrushing. We're hanging out with Julie and Layers Cake. Guess which egg I did?
Well, let's get a closer look.
They both look the same, Casey. You must be a pro.
I'm sorry, I lost that last part.
Okay.
Yeah, you're a pro.
You must be a pro. You want us to
Oh,
say it
thank you.
again?
You're amazing.
Yeah,
Ah,
you're
thank
awesome.
you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Keep it coming.
See you, Casey.
Okay, let's head back out to Casey. He's learning how to make amazing, beautiful cakes.
At Layers Cakes.
That's right, we're here with Julie, and Julie was a lawyer before she started doing the cakes, and this is your passion, and you're doing an open house today, and if people are interested in the industry about having some of your cakes presented there, they can call you and get an invitation, right?
Exactly. Just give me a call if you're in the industry. We've got some people coming up that, you know, do weddings or do that kind of thing. So
All
yeah,
right,
I'd
so
love
we're
to chat with you.
We're going to give you that number here in just a second. But to put the cake, the coloring on it, you use an airbrush, and it's edible, what, ink?
It's edible food coloring, really.
Okay, and so what do we have in here right now?
So we've got a little bit of brown in here because we want our waffle to look a little bit toasty. That's one of the colors we're going to use. We like to layer it to make it look a little bit more
All right,
interesting.
now just let everybody know, underneath it's a vanilla cake, and then we got modeling chocolate, and then fondant on top, but let's get to spray painting.
Cool. I'll do the first, and then I want you to try it.
Okay, cool. Look at that.
See, it looks like it's a little bit more delicious already, right?
Oh, I'm from Ogden. I'm good at spray painting stuff.
So here you go. Do you want me to hold that?
Yep, here you go. Now it's a double action trigger, right?
Right?
Okay.
Very good. Nice.
Oh, snap. Maybe Ron was here. And then you probably want to get a little more dark on some areas because there's a waffle burns, right?
Right, exactly. You have
Look at that. I'm talking like a professional.
Oh, I think you're out.
Oh, I'm out?
Yeah,
Okay.
so now I'll add some yellow.
All right, she's going to add some yellow. And once again, you can order cakes from her by calling what number?
801-699-5987.
All right, now when she's adding the yellow, I do have a couple stupid human tricks I can show you. A lot of people can't do this with their tongue.
That's true. Folding the tongue.
Yep.
That's a good
And
one.
I can clear a room in about 30 seconds any given moment.
Yes, we already had one of those.
All right. I'll send it back to you, Ron. Coming up, we're going to put the finishing touches on this cake. Plus, we're going to talk about the printable, edible images. We'll send it back to you guys.
All right. Thanks, Casey.
Definitely.
Okay, so Casey, you've been working on this waffle and eggs cake. This is so cool.
Yeah.
This is way cool. There's a party today. It's actually, they're going to have a cakewalk. I'm hanging out with Julie from Layers Cake. Now, this is the waffle cake that she's going to be showing later on today, and this is the waffle cake that we're making this morning. And this is how you've got the syrup to stand up, right?
That's right. It's kind of an illusion, but it's a cool one.
And so, but the chocolate bottle is actually edible.
The chocolate's edible. Everything covering this copper pipe is edible. It's really good. You just have to kind of work around the pipe.
And there you go, and that's pretty cool. And look at this. Do you guys all remember this Nintendo system?
Yeah.
What is it?
This is the Nintendo old school, and if the games
original.
didn't work, you used to
I
blow
still
in the
have that.
cartridge. You used to go,
Yeah.
I still do that. Does that not work?
I'm not sure if it works, but everyone seems to know that trick.
Yeah.
And so let me ask you this real quick, Julie. Like on the label on the bottle, that's edible, right?
Right. It's what we call an edible image, and I have a special printer that prints that out, and I can show you how that works.
And we're going to show you how that works coming up next. Once again, we're hanging out with Julie from Layers. We'll see you guys in a bit.
That is cool stuff.
So neat.
Thanks,
All right,
Casey.
Thanks, Casey. Sounds
All right,
good.
we have Casey with Layers Cakes this morning, and it's pretty fascinating how they put these things together.
That's right, and we're going to show you a secret here in a second, but this isn't hot couture, it is hot baked goods, and it's Layers, and we're hanging out with Julie, and she's having an event today. If you're interested in her wedding cakes, or you're in the industry and you'd like to showcase some of her stuff, you can call this number.
801-699-5987.
Now, earlier we were teasing everybody about the edible images. Now, right here you can see this is an image that's edible. It's the maple syrup, and it's all done on a printer, which is just a normal printer, but it's all in the ink cartridge, right?
Right, so it's just, I've just switched out the ink cartridges for a special food coloring.
And people can get the food coloring cartridges where?
I actually get them from a distributor online. I believe, if I can say their name, Icing Images.
Oh, sure you can.
Yeah, Icing Images. They do a really good job.
All right, now behind you, let's grab a sheet of paper real quick and just show them. Oh, here it is right here. This is the paper that it prints on, and this is all edible.
Right, it's a frosting paper.
That
it
is
tastes a little
awesome.
different, the texture's a little different, but it's wonderful to work with cakes.
All right, so let's just show everybody how it prints. Okay, so we put that bad boy right in there. And this here's me printed on frosting.
Edible.
Oh, you betcha. Here we go.
Delicious.
Yeah, and look at that.
Oh, super sweet.
There you go. Let's see what we got coming out. Here it comes right now. Dun, 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 dun. It's dropping. Who can it be?
What does that
now?
little sign say? You're better butter, or if you're scared of butter.
If you're afraid of butter, use cream. Julia Child used to always say that.
Oh, yeah.
There is Ron Bird.
That printed pretty fast.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
And there you,
5-second rule.
We don't want to.
Yeah, 5 seconds.
oh, it's okay.
That would make a great cake.
Yeah. Oh, Casey.
Oh,
You defiled the picture.
ruined his hair.
Yes.
Jeez
He's on fire.
Louise, Casey.
Actually, it gives it a little more body.
Yeah, that was 80s. That was in the 80s.
Yeah.
That's when he was on tour with Kid and Play.
Okay.
Did it taste okay?
Yeah, how does that taste anyway?
Not like I hoped.
Not like you hoped. Okay. Better when it's on a cake.
I bet that was one carb right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one carb.
Okay, so Casey is making cakes this morning. And Casey, so this gal was a lawyer before she turned to baking?
She was a lawyer. She said she made cakes to help her through school, and then she did law for a while. That she wanted to really go back to her passion, and her passion is cakes. And you can see why when you look at them. Look at these. I mean, they are amazing. And now the real test is, do they taste as good as they look, Julie?
That's thrill test. You'll
All right,
have
well, let's
to-
cut this bad boy open.
Ah, do you dare?
Do they have carbs?
It's so pretty.
Look at that.
That is
Oh,
pretty.
look at that. Ooh, ooh. Oh, look at that vanilla goodness right there. Hold on.
Okay, so that is a vanilla cake, right?
Yeah.
So that's good, right, Ron?
Is that okay?
Yeah, the vanilla
Tom.
everything for me.
Come here, Tom.
Oh, Tom
Just
gets
come
to
on,
try
Tom.
it.
Just try it.
You're just passing the buck.
Casey.
All right. Now,
Worth every
you chew
carb.
and swallow. We're gonna
Oh,
check.
my.
We're gonna check.
Oh, my.
You did it.
He didn't do it.
Yeah,
It's in his mouth.
Cheater. It's on the roof
See,
of your
guys?
mouth.
yeah, how could you resist that?
That's a
Man,
stupid
he has
human
the
trick.
willpower of an army.
Yeah.
Oh, even that goo last week he wouldn't swallow.
See you guys.
All right, thanks.
Now he'll spit it out.
Hey, we're hanging out with Julie and Layers Cake, and if you want your cake to be ordinary, you don't want to come to Julie. If you want your cake to be extraordinary, you need to come down here. Extraordinary. That's what I meant to say. Come down here and check out Julie. Now, just look at this real quick. I'm going to show you this. This is a candied apple cake.
I love it.
Does she watch those Food Network shows like Cake Boss and those that?
You know, she's a fan of those, and she just won an award here in Utah. We'll find out about that in a second. But look
Cool.
at this popcorn one. Even the popcorn
That's
is
neat.
made out of modeling chocolate.
Now, I got to ask the question here, Casey.
How much
Yep.
do they
well,
cost?
how much? You know, it depends on what the project is, but they put a lot of care and love and time into these things.
A lot of time, a lot of love and care. Look at the hot dog one. Let's find out from Julie. So, Julie, if someone was to buy the hot dog cake, what would it cost?
Well, that's a sculpted cake, but unfortunately there's not a lot of cake there. So this one would probably be around $100.
$100 for the popcorn.
That's a little bit more. To be honest with you, it kind of depends on how many servings you've got in the cake and how much detail and time they want on the cake.
Now,
Yeah.
if people wanted to check out your gallery of cake, they can do so by going to your website. Your website is?
It's layers-cake.com.
And you can find that out. How far in advance, if someone's getting married or having a special birthday, they want to have a cake, how far in advance notice do you need to put something like this together? Because it does look very time consuming.
You know, I'm fortunate that we get a lot of bookings. We book out about a month to 2 months, and in the wedding season, almost 3 months ahead of time.
But if people can dream it up, there's a chance you can make it like this. We're going to put the finishing touches on right this. This is the cotton candy cake. Now, what are we going to do?
Okay, so right now it's kind of bare. It kind of resembles cotton candy, but what you're going to do is we're going to put some piping gel on there and then put some cotton candy on it to kind of give it that realistic effect.
All right, and you've also got a Facebook page where you can like her. And what's your Facebook page?
You know, it's Layers-Cake.
Layers-Cake. So you're going to put this gel on. Do you want to put it on generous?
Yeah, go right ahead. I need to hire you.
I got a gentle touch.
You do.
I'm here to tell you. Put this there. Okay. Oh, and it's a lot of fun. So once again, layers-cake.com. Check it out, and you could have an extraordinary cake in a couple months or a couple weeks. Give her a call. Hey, we're going to send it back to you guys, and guess what? She's giving me prizes to bring back.
Really?
Ooh, I can't wait to see the prizes.
Yeah, this is going to be fun. All right, well, tell her thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
That was a great morning.
That was amazing.
Yeah.